Hi, my name is Lee. He, him, they, them vibes today. I'm not sure. We are just hanging out, and I am going to do character creation. So, that's fun. Let me go to here. Put this up. That's important. Go to here. Sorry. Probably should have done this part too, but I did the other part before, so, you know, it works. I'm trying to get up to, how many followers? A couple hundred, 50, so I can officially, get affiliate status, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but, you know, actually get a regular streaming schedule, maybe? That would be nice. Maybe next week I'll write out ahead of time when I'm going to stream, and then we'll just go from there. Hopefully, some of you come to hang out with me. I will appreciate it. If not, you know, no pressure. I have no objection to you not hanging out. I just enjoy all your company, and I very much like when people say hi in the chat. So if you are about, do say hi in the chat. Yes, I have a whole section. No, that's a different notebook. That is the wrong notebook. Alright, I found the good pen this time. The one that writes in blue ink instead of green. I always say that pen is the most important world building tool you can have, because if you do not have a pen, and then you get a really cool idea, you do not write, and don't write it down, you'll forget it. Although other note-taking methods could be substituted, but I like pens. That's just my personal. Pencil is always also good, but I have a pen right here. Also my sketchbook. I need to draw. Okay, they're going to. Alright, that's for next Friday. Okay. Probably should be doing DM prep for tonight too, but check this out. This is the Pathfinder Core Rulebook, first edition Pathfinder. There is it's a Pathfinder second edition, which is also pretty cool from what I've heard. I've been watching another set of streamers do that, so it's been exciting. I've been learning. Boom. Hi! Welcome! Hi, Pat. Welcome. We have friends. Welcome, welcome, everyone. I'm doing a, I'm going to keep going with the character creation. So I was creating Hofi Canesborough, half-elf, no, not half-elf. Ethan was a half-elf, and I was playing him yesterday on a different stream, but Hofi is a gnome. I might just pull together a girlfriend? That might be a fun thing to do for next time. But first, I've got to keep going with him. So I got all of his skills. The important thing to do after that is figure out how many skills... Oh, 86. I wrote that down. Because I know how math works. Okay. No, that's not math. That's note-taking skill. So, I need to spread the 86 skills across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 skills. Which are acrobatics, survival, knowledge nature, ride, handle animal, climb, sense motive, perception, sleight of hand, escape artist, bluff, and diplomacy. I'm gonna do, so that's 12 divided by 86, so, yeah, it's 11 levels. 12 divided by 86, this is high math, okay, 12 times 9 is 70, well, that's not right. Well, 12 times 4 is 48, right? Let's do this. So 12 times 8 is double 48, which is 96. So it's less than 8. 12 times 5 is 60. 12 times 6 is 72. 12 times 12 times 6 is 72. 12 times 7 is 84. Right? Yeah, because 60, 72, 84. Yeah. So, that's 7. 12 times 7 is 84. So I could do 7 levels in each. I could start with 7 levels of each, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is, because some, I want to put some as being more than others. So what we're going to do then is, probably Knowledge Nature is going to be like very little. So we're going to put, you know what we're going to do? We're going to 3 in Knowledge Nature, 3 in Climb. That brings it down to 80. Spacing out skills is hard, and you have to do a lot of math. But, also, fun fact, this D20 right here is the only D20 among all. I rolled this one and, oops, sorry, that has to go up, and this one, and, no, I didn't roll this one, but I rolled 4 different D20s. Actually, I probably did. I rolled 4 different D20s last night in my game with Danny, and only this one gave me any reasonably decent rolls. The other ones all betrayed me and gave me like 3s and 4s, and I was just like, really? Ugh. But this D20 is a very good D20. It got me a nat 20 on a stealth check, and then a 15 on the hit roll, and then I rolled pretty much max damage. So I actually rolled 2 6s and a 5 on the sneak attack, and I popped one of the 6s down to 5, and I rolled an 8 on the 8 and put that down to 7. So I lowered the damage total a little bit, because I knew it would be enough to kill him, and I didn't want to think I was cheating, which I feel bad about, but, you know, and it was enough to kill him, and I managed to, you know, get an epic description, and, yeah, so the dice rolled well for me. Whew, sorry. What was I going to say? Oh, right, because that leaves 10 skills with, 80, so that's, yeah, it's 8 each, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, yeah, it's 8 each, which is good. Let's say, I'm going to go with, survival as, yeah, I'm going to go with perception as 5, and, survival as 5. We're going to, go out on the wisdom-based skills, because he has really high wisdom, so I think that actually might, so that brings that down to 70, which, and how many more skills? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 skills at 70 each. Okay. Or 70 skill points with 8 skills. So, that's, 8 times 6 is 70. Yeah, 8 times 9 is 72. So if we do, bluff and diplomacy, we could do, it's not his strongest suit, so I'm going to do, 4 each on those, because that brings that down to 62, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I can do 11 in acrobatics and 11 in sleight of hand, and then 10 in everything else, which works out perfectly. Now I just need to do all the other math involved in skill checks, and we will be all set. Because, yeah, survive. Okay, so we got acrobatics is, well, figure out which ones are rogue skills and or ranger skills, and then go from there. Oh, plus I think it's a couple of plus. Okay, so I'm going to look at the table of skills. Crafting. How to make cool stuff. Alright. Acrobatics is indeed a rogue class skill, so that gives them +3. Survival, I'm pretty sure is not a rogue class skill, but it's a ranger class skill, so that's a +3. Knowledge Nature, I'm also pretty sure is a ranger class skill, but not a rogue. Interesting. Okay. 3. Ride, is Ride? Interesting. Ride is both a ranger and, no, that's profession. Ride is a ranger class skill, not a rogue. Okay. So a +3. Handle Animal, I'm guessing, is a ranger class skill. So the way class skills work in Pathfinder is that you get a +3 to any skill check involving one of your class skills, which is enough to, if you just take 1 rank, to clear out the bad modifiers, which is useful. Ride is, but you only get the +3 if you're trained in it. So, Ride, Handle Animal, yes. Pretty sure it's it's a ranger class skill. It has to be because he gets an animal companion, which I'm going to detail in a minute. And I think he gets a couple of random other things. Climb, I believe, is a rogue skill, which is why I gave him ranks in it. Yeah. So when you get, not cleric class, paladin, sorcerers, and wizards don't get climb, but all the other classes do. Interesting. I was interested to see, so that's a +3. Sense Motive is a rogue. Okay, it is a rogue class skill, as is Sleight of Hand. Right? Yes, okay. So Sense Motive, Sleight of Hand. I think Perception is, I feel like every class should be Perception, but let's see what classes. Okay, it's Perception is Barbarians, Bards, Druids, is Monks, Ranger and Rogue, so that's +3. Because if you get it from multiple classes, they do not stack. Which is that Escape Artist is also a rogue class skill, I believe. Yes, that's +3. Bards have all of the knowledge as class skills. And then Bluff, I don't know if Diplomacy is a rogue skill. I know Bluff is. Yes, Bluff is a rogue class skill. Diplomacy might not be a bar. That might not be a, let's see, Diplomacy. No, it is. It is a rogue class skill. Gotta talk your way out of trouble sometimes. I got that. Okay, +3. Right, so that's all of that. And I believe, okay, so Acrobatics is Dexterity, that's another +3. Survival is Wisdom, that's a +4. Knowledge Nature is Intelligence, that's +1. Animal Handling is Charisma in Pathfinder, and that is one of the few things about 5th edition that I like, is I like that Animal Handling is Wisdom. I think that fits it better, personally, but I it's Charisma, so I'm gonna go with +1. Although I think there might be other bonuses. Climb is Strength, that's a +1. Sense Motive is Wisdom, that's +4. Perception, also Wisdom, also +4. Sleight of Hand is Dexterity, that's a +3. Escape Artist is also, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to double check that that's not, I don't know, Intelligence or something. I'm pretty sure it's Dex, but we shall see. Always good to double check these things. Escape Artist is, Disguise is Charisma. Escape Artist is Dex, yep. Armor check penalties apply, but he's wearing leather armor, so he... oh yeah, ranged, right. Oh, that's a note that I can't... That's one thing, is if you can't read your own handwriting. Rose, Violet, Bryn, Morris, and Lily. Those are the kids' names for NPCs in someone else's campaign that I wrote down in case, because I was helping create NPCs for a very good friend. Escape artist is dexterity, so that's a +3. Bluff and diplomacy are both charisma, so that's both +1. And then I go to double check something about, because there was something on Rangers there. I'm going to PQR. Yes, the Ranger comes after Paladin. Yes, Rangers, here we go. Combat style feats. Wild empathy. That's an important one. Favored terrain. Swift tracker. 8th level Ranger can use... Ooh, that's... normal movement speed. Using survival to follow tracks without taking the normal -5 penalty. Only a -10 penalty when moving at twice normal speed while tracking. So that's actually pretty cool. Evasion. 9th level. Okay. He doesn't get evasion. But he gets evasion from being a rogue anyway, so it's fine. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check this. When do rogues get evasion? Yeah, they get it at 2nd level. So he gets it from being a rogue. Does it say? Does it say anything about evasion? Here's an interesting question. Yeah, no, it doesn't say they automatically get the improved evasion if, you get it from another source, the way it does with Uncanny Dodge, which I think is interesting. 10 plus half the Ranger level, plus the Ranger's Wisdom. Okay, so... Master Hunter. Okay, that's a 20th level. Oh, wow. So... a Ranger at 20th level. This is kind of cool. Once per day. But not the same creature in more than a 24-hour period. Ranger can choose to make a single attack as an action instead of the usual 2 or I think 3 at higher levels. Or 4, yeah, the Ranger gets 4 attacks as a 20th level. But you can instead make a single attack, and the enemy has to make a Fortitude save equals 10 plus half your range, plus 10, which is 20, because if you're a 20th level Ranger, plus the Wisdom modifier, which is, so 20 plus your Wisdom modifier, or die, just in a single hit. You get 1 shot at it. You can kill it in 1 shot, or deal non-lethal damage up to its hit points. If you want. Is the thing you can also do. Nice. Plus 5 on trap. No, that's for Icton. I'll put that in perception too. Okay, so but I was looking for Ranger because I think Woodland. Oh no, that's Druids. Druids just get a +2 on any survival or knowledge nature check. They just get a +2 for being Druids. But I think... okay, well, not 12th level, 16th level. Alright. Move can't... Okay, I should probably write that down somewhere. Move through any sort of undergrowth at normal speed without taking damage or suffering under impairments. And then spells starting at 4th level. Oh, we have the whole spell set too. That's fun. Choose and prepare spells in advance. So it's not the case like a bard where you just know spells. You have to choose the whole list. Okay, so they don't get the extra plus, which means I'll just leave it like this. It's fine. It's a +17 to sleight of hand, which is kind of cool. Perception, though, gets a bonus on traps. Hang on. I have to look at rogue. Because there's an extra bonus for rogues on traps. Shops right down the spell slots, and then equipment, and 2-weapon means a dual-wielding Ranger means I have to figure out what 2 weapons he wields. And I think in one hand was the rapier and a light weapon in the other. So we'll have to see something light, maybe a dagger in the other, rapier dagger. Could be a good dual wielding set. Sickles are fun. Oh, yes. Classes, wizards, ranger, rogues. Here we go. Half level to perception skills against to, doesn't have any disabled device levels. That's fun. Should I add them? That's the question. We're gonna go with yes. I forgot to add, so disable device, which then I have to figure out what I'm taking away. You know what? I'm gonna put ride down to 8. An escape artist down to 9, which makes 3. You know what? You get 3. That's about all you get. And then, so escape artist is slightly, okay, that's fine. Disable device is, hi! Yes, hi Kayla, you are always welcome to lurk. I do appreciate people in the chat, but if you want to just hang out and watch, that is perfectly fine. You're of course always welcome here. I'm just working on Ho-Fi, the gnome. Actually, Blue Box named him. And I'm trying to figure out, I have to check what disable device, what is. I think it uses Dex or Intelligence. And I have to figure out if it's definitely a class skill for rogues, because they get an extra bonus for on traps as rogues. So yes, it is. It is only a device class skill for rogues. It is Dex based, and okay. And is subject to an armor penalty, which means probably he's going with leather armor, because it doesn't actually offer an armor penalty. It's a nice little +2 with no armor penalty. Plus he gets another extra plus 1 from the 2-weapon defense, and another +1 from dodge. So, yeah, that's, and +3 from dexterity, so that's it's 14, that's 16, that's not bad. So it is a class skill, it's +3, and another +3 for dex. And then +1 on traps, which also applies to perception on traps. Yeah, okay. Excellent. So oh yeah, I have to do the all of the basic saves, base attack bonus, stuff like that have to be written out. I didn't do that yet. And then I have to figure out what I'm going to equip him with, and yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, hang on. What's wrong with my computer? It's being weird. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I put something on top of the charging cable and it wasn't charging properly. Okay. Yeah. So we're all vibing. Okay. So we have base attack bonus, obviously. Base attack bonus. Here, let's put this here. Yeah, there we go. So we got fortitude, reflex, and will. And will saves. And in Pathfinder, the saves stack. So everything stacks. It's a lot of addition. So what happens with so we go to the rogue table and the ranger rogue and ranger, and we add them. So 8th level ranger gets 8 and 3, and a 3rd level rogue gets a +2. So 8 and 3. So it's a +10 on the first attack and a +3 on the second attack. So +10. And then +3, and then we'll have to figure out, because he also gets an offhand attack because he has 2-weapon fighting. So he gets 3 attacks actually, but the offhand is at a negative. Is at a penalty. I'll double check that, because it's a lesser penalty because he has the feat and such. Fortitude is, here we go. 3rd level rogue gets a +1. And an 8th level ranger gets a +6, so it's a +7. Plus con is a +3 con, so +10. Alright, reflex is... Rogue gets really good reflex saves. Hang on. A +3 from Rogue, and then Ranger at 8th level gets +6 also. So that's +3 and +6 is +9, plus another 3 for +3 dexterity. That's +12. And +2 because lightning reflexes. So that's +14. Yeah, he gets an extra +2 because lightning reflexes is a he gets +2 on all reflex saving throws. And then if you get greater improved lightning reflexes, I think, or greater, you can reroll 1 reflex save per day. But I didn't get that one because other feats. But with evasion, having really good reflex saving throws is important because that's I think if a 1 is an auto fail on a saving throw, but if it's a 2, that's a 16, which is higher than a lot of DCs. So it's just important because evasion means in Pathfinder, at least in 1st edition, evasion means you get you either take no damage when you make the saving throw or full damage when you don't make the saving throw. It's not like in 5th edition where you only take half, so it's extra important to make those saves. Ooh. That's my sketchbook. Okay. So 3rd level rogues get a +1 to will saves, and 8th level rangers get a +2 and a +1. So that's +3, but add the wisdom bonus, which is +4, so that's +7. So, yeah, but, not the worst, but not great, because you can't be good at everything. So there's that. Okay, so we got all the bonuses figured out. Now we just gotta sort out AC, which is important. And then we sort out what he's wearing. With leather armor. Is leather armor, that's a +2. It's +2, +1 from dodge is +3. +10. So that's yes, that's 10 +2 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then how much does 2-weapon fighting give me? Because it gives you a defensive boost if you're carrying 2 weapons. Could make one of them a shield and have them do shield bashes. I think that would still technically qualify. It's possible. Let's see. Okay. Magics, combat, equipment, feats is between skills. Yes, feats is between. So, is 2-weapon is on the next page. 2-weapon, yeah. 2-weapon defense. +1 shield bonus. So, only 17. So, 16, 17 with 2 weapons. Which is pretty much all the time, but I'm just going to make a note of it just so we know where they're coming from. +1 against traps, right? That's what that was. Okay, +1. I'll write it in a different color so that I remember that. Okay, so +1 against traps. Just +1 and yeah, and I put that on the perception and disable device. Okay. And also it comes on saving throws and AC. So, I'll put that up there as well. Okay. +4 in urban environments, +2 underground. Right. Okay. Sorry. So, then we got equipment and spell slots, and then why don't we do... We'll put these up at the top here. Here, we'll put this here. And then we get to do animal companions, and animal companions are the coolest. It gets a horse. We have to figure out a horse, and horses are fun. Yeah. I did a bunch of druids earlier in a previous stream. Quite a few previous streams, I think. 80, 1, 2, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, well, no, she isn't a druid. 5, at least 5 fully formed characters who are all druids. 6, Owark is 7. Okay, yeah, there was 5 for them, and then 5 for that branch of the family, and then her enemy friend, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, so like 9, 10, yeah, 10, and 11, or, yeah, so 12, Arden, and 4, yeah, that's 12, and, oh, and then we did Ethel, yeah, so 12 druids plus Ethel is a wizard, but, and then I did siblings for, but 12, yeah, so I did 12 druids, and, I did animal companions for all of them, because druids get animal companions at first level, and it just was really cool to have all these animal companion, and, I am working on transcribing all of the ones I've done on stream so far, starting with, Selker, Sarkis, Blue Tide, Halfling Paladin, all the way from my first stream, which was, I don't remember when it was, honestly. It might have been April? I should probably, figure that out. But, yeah. So, yeah, that was from the very back from the first stream, and, I've been trying to transcribe them all into a typed format, so if I lose the notebook, it won't go away, but, oh yeah, equipment, sorry. Weapons. Because, honestly, we're not going to write down the rest of the equipment. Eventually, I'm going to figure out something cool where I have guests on and we all play. Or I have a couple of them, I set up a PvP battle for 2 guests using characters I've created for the stream, but yeah, find 2 characters with the same level and pit them against each other in some epic battle, but not tonight. Okay, so what weapons is she wielding? Alright, so let me just look at the 2-weapon. Let's look at 2-weapon fighting, and then to figure out what the deal with that is, and then we'll figure out what proficiencies he has and what my options are. Okay, so this would be in combat section, which I believe is magic combat. Here we go. Mounted. Oh, that might actually be worth noting if he has... There's never mounted combat feats, though, so... 2-weapon fighting penalties. Okay, so... If you wield a second weapon in your offhand, you can get 1 extra attack per round with that weapon. Suffer a -6 penalty with your regular attack and attacks with your primary hand, and another 10 penalty to attack with your offhand when you fight this way. You can reduce these penalties in 2 ways. First, your offhand weapon is light. The penalty is reduced by 2 each. Oh, it doesn't even have to be light. It just has to... You just get a -2 penalty if it's not. An arm strike is always considered light. Second, the 2-weapon fighting feat lessens the primary hand penalty by 2 and the offhand penalty by 6. There's a summary on the table. Double weapons. You can use double weapons to make an extra attack with the offhand end of a weapon as if you were fighting with 2 weapons. Penalties apply as if the offhand end of the weapon were a light weapon. Thrown weapon. The same rules apply when you throw a weapon from each hand. A dart or shuriken as a light weapon when used in this manner. Treat a bow as javelins, net or sling as one-handed weapon. Alright. So you throw one javelin from each hand, but the second one gets a penalty. Okay. So penalties for 2-weapon fighting, and you definitely get -6. Yeah, you get -6 on one of them and -10 on the other. So if you don't take feats, fighting with 2 hands is really throw you off. Offhand weapon is light and 2-weapon fighting feat. Primary hand is -2. Offhand is -2. Okay, so not bad. Okay. Feint, mounted combat, trips, all sorts of cool stuff you can do. Combat maneuvers are complicated and exciting and fun and are hard to adjudicate as a DM, so we're not going to use them. Okay, so what we're going to do is go and find weapons. Okay, so equipment. Here we go. Let's look at the Rogue and Ranger armor professions. Well, up to medium, so I could do medium armor, but then I'd get a minus on all of my skill checks, and it's just not worth for a Rogue. At least I don't think so. Oh, that's skill check. I don't know. Classes. Here we go. Barbarian. We have to go a little further than that. That's Cleric. Siren Ray. Domains. Rift Fighters. Rangers. Here we go. Enemies. Beautiful. Okay, so, beginning, proficient with all simple and martial weapons and with light armor, medium armor, and shields. So you're basically just proficient with all weapons. Okay, cool. That works. Or any simple and martial. No exotic weapons, but if Gnomish Hooked Hammer, I believe, counts as a martial weapon for gnomes instead of an exotic weapon. I think that's the rule. So he could fight with a Gnomish Hooked Hammer, but that might be two-handed, and I don't think he's going to go with that. And then, yeah, so all simple weapons plus hand crossbow, rapier, sap, short sword. Okay, so rapier's a big one for rogues, but that's just because it's like one of the few they're proficient in, but that isn't a simple weapon. But if spells, if you're combat equipment, but if you're proficient with all of them anyway, you could mix it up a little. It just has to be. Let me check weapons finesse, because you might only be able to. I think there's a thing on that you says you can only finesse light weapon. Hang on. There's rules on weapons finesse, what you can and can't finesse, and if we have a weapon that you can't finesse, you can't. That's useless because it's a +1 instead of a +3. It's not a. Doesn't mean you can't wield it, but it does throw things off, and you should know what weapons you can and can't finesse. I remember this because I had a Dwarven rogue who wielded her grandfather's warhammer and couldn't fight with it, and then I figured out that light hammers are indeed light weapons and therefore finessable, so then I went with a light hammer, and they were like, no, you have to go with the short sword because it's a +1. I'm like, no, hammer. Because freaking, because dwarf, she was my first real character, other than a unnamed cleric of Desna, Calico Healy Girl. I played for a one-shot that the DM got bored of, but, okay, yes, we are doing this. Okay, so let's leadership, lightning, reflex, okay, yes, +2, okay, good, we're gonna have to look in the feats, not the handy chart, but the feats itself. It's in the back, because W is weapon finesse. Okay. With a light weapon, elven curved blade, rapier, whip, or spiked chain made for creature your size category, you may use dexterity. Okay, so it has to be a light weapon or a rapier. I mean, an elven curved blade, but he's a gnome. He wouldn't. Whip. I could wield a whip, I guess, right? That's kind of fun. Or spiked chain. Okay. So basically, light weapon, rapier, or whip. I'm going to say, because I don't think he's going to get an elven curved blade. Spiked chain, maybe. But I'm saying no elven curved blade. So if we go to equipment, which is next one. Okay, so let's see what so we can finesse a rapier, but not any other one we have to do is light, or whip. I mean, a whip's not a bad vibe, actually. It could be a thing. So, Tanglefoot. Okay, hang on. That's Let me look at the chart, and then we can... Spiked shield, armor and shields. Weapons. Here we go. Spiked... Ooh, that's nasty looking. Spiked chain is a... Could be fun. Okay, tiny and large. It's small and medium are here. Okay, so... we got light melee weapons, martial weapons. Okay, so we got light. So I could... Exotic, wait, hand crossbows are exotic. But it doesn't... Light melee weapons. Ranged... It doesn't specify if they're light or not. Oh, but they're ranged, so they automatically use dex anyway, so that's fine. I don't know if it would count for light in terms of an offhand weapon. It says shuriken and darts, but not javelins and bolas. It doesn't specify a hand cross. I don't know if you might need 2 hands for it. It doesn't it doesn't specify if you need 2 hands for it. I'm gonna say you need 2 hands for it. Yeah, that seems like the kind of thing that would be ooh, whip is an exotic weapon. But I'm pretty sure, well, do rogues have... Here we go. Whip is exotic, not technically exotic, and not simpler melee. Martial, so hang on. You have to go back to rogue and see if rogues get special proficiency with whips as, because sometimes exotic weapons fall under weird little, proficient with simple weapons plus hand crossbow, rapier, sap, short bow, and short sword. Not whips, so he can't have a whip. No whip. Okay. I mean, I could take a feat to be proficient with it, but and there's uber penalties and just no. Okay. So what else we got? Two-handed is not happening. One-handed, possibly. So I get one-handed weapon and one, but it has to be light to be finessed, right? Either a whip or a rapier. So we can do a rapier. So either a whip or a rapier, but we're not doing a whip because it's an exotic. So a rapier or a light weapon to be finessed, and then the offhand one has to be light anyway because thing. So basically just 2 light weapons, or a rapier and a light weapon. That works, yeah, because then the rapier would be in the main hand, because the offhand doesn't get the penalty knocked off for being a rapier, so you'd have, if you were going to wield a rapier, you'd just wield the light weapon in the other hand. So either 2 light weapons or a light weapon and a rapier. Let's see what we got for light weapons. Cost, I'm going to say, is an object because they're... he works for the guy who runs the Mafia. He can pay for whatever he needs. Hand cross, that's the thing about hand crossbows, is they're really handy. Actually, yes, useful. But also freaking expensive. 100 gold pieces each to buy. Light. Ooh, a pick. D4, hand axe. A sap. Let me see if there's the pictures. I wouldn't know what a sap looks like, you know? There's a... Well, crossbow, sight bolt. Oh, here we go. There's descriptions. What is a sap? Okay, I am curious, because I have never sword, star, swing, short sword, short spear, short bow, short sap. No, masterwork. There's the weapon descriptions. Net. Masterbow, weapon qualities. Weapon descriptions. They don't put sap in there. Metal spike. Okay, I'm gonna look because I am curious as to exactly what a sap. Oh, it's like a blackjack. So it's like a club. Short, concealable, and weighted, usually filled with lead powder, molded lead clay, or lead shot to constitute an effective bludgeoning device. Can be the terminology used can be very imprecise depending on the time period. Okay, so it's basically, so it is like a baton, kinda. I won't forget the time. At the time I made 6 rubbers run. Although I didn't have a knife, a blackjack, or a gun, I proved myself a hero in a very high degree. I ran for home and 6 of them were running after me. I'm a member of the midnight crew. I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. With the milk in the morning, singing the same old song. Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. Early to bed and you miss all the fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew. Sorry. Okay, so sap is just a club. That's not a bad kind of... That might be a vibe. Okay, hang on. How much damage is it? Oh, it's D6 with medium. Times 2. 2 pounds. Non-lethal. Okay, so you can beat someone to death with it, but it's not... That's interesting. Hang on. That's complicated if we're doing stuff with none. Although, if you're going to do, like, breaking kneecaps and stuff. Just saying. That's a useful thing. Alright. Sap... I'm not sure on... okay, so let's see. What else does D6? Spiked arm... Okay, that's... yeah, that's a complicated... A spiked shield, a light spiked shield, does a D4 and probably gives you boost in armor class as well. And then you could just shield bash. It does damage, so it does a D4 damage. You would shield bash them as an attack with your offhand, which, I mean, you could do a dagger, a sickle, or a mace. A light mace does a D6. So does a sickle. Oh, and you can trip people with a sickle, too. That's a fun one. So rapier also does a D6, because we're looking at what damage... we're going to do damage here. Sorry. Kukri. What is a kukri exactly? Is there a picture of it? If not, at least a description. It's a light weapon, and it's not an exotic weapon, so technically it could... A curved blade about 1 foot in length. Okay. That works. Pointy. Let's see, on the table, and it does... it's... 8 gold. Okay, well, D4 damage. Ooh, but it crits on an 18 through 20. Crits more easily. That's a useful thing to know. A short sword does too. Star knife, that's Desna's favorite weapon. It's got like the 4 points. I know this because Constellation wielded one. She actually did that, so that was a vibe. Okay. Ooh, a light shield does D3 damage. So technically, it counts as a weapon, which means he could shield. Nah, shield bash isn't his vibe. He's a with a sickle and a rapier, maybe, or a sickle and a light pick. That would be a whole thing. And you could trip people too. That would be a fun combo. And then you can use the back of the pick as a breaking people's kneecaps kind of deal. Yeah, you know what? That's his vibe. He's going to go with a sickle and a light... okay, so weapons is a sickle and a light... Hang on. I think that would be light pick. That would be an interesting one. So we got... Sickle is it's finessable, so I mean you can use the dexterity. So is dex. You can use dex for both because they're reasonable. I'd say the sickle goes in the main hand. So main hand, and then the offhand. So it's 2 attacks. And then 1 attack. I don't know if you get the second attack. You get the base attack. I think you get the base attack bonus. So, yeah, 1 at plus 10, 1 plus 8, 1 plus 1. Because it's a -2. And then, yeah, because it's a -2 on both of them if you have even if you have the feat. So it's a 1 and a plus 8 with the pick. Yep, okay. So, yeah, so it's 2 attacks with the pick and then 1 with the, okay. So it's and then plus dex. So that's +3, so +3 on all of them. So it would be 1 at a +4, 1 at a +11, and 1 at a +11. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. There we go. So that's his weapons. Okay. Sorry, that took me so long to figure out. Okay, so Animal Companion. I did a lot of rolling for Animal Companions. I'm not going to roll for that. I'm going to give him a horse. Because I already gave him riding skills and stuff. So, horse. Horse does need a name. If any of you in the chat, I don't know who's in the chat still, but could think of a really good name for a horse, we'll do the roll for, hang on. We'll do a D10. Evens female, odds male. We're just rolling for sex because gender and sexuality don't factor into horses. Alright, let's do it. Ready? So, I'm gonna roll... okay, this D10... let me see if I can't... That D10, I'm gonna roll it, and I'm gonna roll it in that little spot I've created. And then... 9, which is odd, so... Male, okay. Animal Companions don't roll for stats. They have their own... I'll go to the Ranger section, because Animal Companions are like... Horse, I think it varies by species. So, here we go. Ready? Back to classes, and then I think it's under Druid. Yeah, so... I'm going to go to Ranger and double check this. Classes, arcane spells and arm. Okay, yes. That's Litter, Bloodline, Rogue, Rangers, the next. Okay, so, Hunter's Bond. At 4th level, a Ranger forms a bond with its hunting companions. The bond can take one of 2 forms. One form is chosen, it cannot be changed. The first is warm bond to the companions. This bond allows them to spend a move action to grant half their enemy bonus against a single target of appropriate type to all allies within 30 feet who can see and hear him. Bonus lasts for a number of rounds equal to the Ranger's Wisdom modifier. Bonus does not stack with any favorite enemy bonuses possessed by the allies. They use whichever bonus is higher. So that's interesting. Or, second option is to form a close bond with an animal companion. I've been picking, because animal companions are like cool. Ranger selects an animal companion, can choose from the following list: badger, bird, camel, cat, dire rat, dog, horse, pony, snake, or wolf. If the companion takes place wholly or partly in an aquatic environment, the ranger can choose a shark instead. The animal's loyal companion that accompanies the ranger on his adventures is appropriate for its kind. A ranger, as appropriate for its kind. A ranger animal companion shares his favorite enemy and favorite terrain bonuses. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I guess if you have a moose as an animal companion, it has to wait outside the tavern. So if you get into a fight in the tavern, the moose can't come in and save you. I did have a friend who ran an animal companion as a moose. I used stats for an elk. Well, actually, she's my cousin, and I made the character for her. I made this one shot for my family, and I made characters for each individual person to work with. And one of them was an animal companion I made for my cousin, or a ranger I made for my cousin, who had an animal companion who was a moose, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, a horse or a pony. Well, actually, a pony I think is more appropriate for or a dog. A gnome could ride a dog because yeah, I think a gnome could ride a large dog. So actually, I think that would be, let's see, dire rat. No, favorite anytime vermin, that wouldn't work. Or a wolf. Okay, so dog, I'm going to say cat, small. I'm going to say that let's roll for it. I have been rolling for animal companions. I know I said I wouldn't. But I would say either a pony or a dog would be appropriate for a gnomish ranger in an urban environment. Would be either a pony or a dog. And I'll do it as evens odds, an evens odds roll with, let's use this d6. Oh, right there. I haven't rolled yet. Okay. I have to define which is which. I would say dog even, pony odd. And I would love for either to be written, really, because it's gnome. But yeah, dog on even, pony on odd. Let's do it. Dog or pony, even or odd. Dog on even, pony on odd. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's odd, so it's a pony. Okay, that's fair. We'll put this back up to that. And yeah. Okay, so Druid Animal Companion, which is part of the Nature Bond class feature, except the ranger's effective Druid level equals his ranger level minus 3. So, ranger level minus 3, so 8 is 5. So, 5th level, okay, so minus 3 is 5. Okay, so we're going to go to range Druid. Hang on. So, 5, and go back to Druid, and go to the Animal Companion section and figure that out from monk. Yeah, Druid goes for X Druids. Here we go. Animal Companions. An Animal Companion's abilities are determined by Druid's level and animal racial traits. Table 3.8 determines any of the basics of the Animal Companion. They remain creatures of the animal type for purposes of defining which spells affect them. Okay, so basically we'd look for the 5th level because the effective Druid level is ranger level minus 3. That's 5. So, hit dice, number of hit dice, class level. This is the character's Druid level. The Druid level lacks the level stacked with any level of any other classes that are entitled to animal companions for the purpose of determining companion statistics, which includes clerics of the nature animal domain and rangers. I don't know why. I mean, you know, granting boons to your party is nice, but animal companion, like, yeah, you know? Maybe that's just me. I guess in 5th edition, the Gloomstalker Ranger is really the way to go if you take place in anything remotely shadowy, but, like, because the Beastmaster Rangers in 5th edition don't get all the nice little perks that other ranger classes do, but animal companion, you know? I don't know, people should play what they want, but I love doing animal companions. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of excited to have someone who has one. So let's go with pony. Okay, so we're doing pony, right? Pony, yes. So pony, male. He needs a name. If anyone in the chat has a really good name for a pony. Okay, so starting size and 4th level advancement. Okay, so medium is a medium creature. Size is medium. Okay. Noted. Speed 40 feet. Yeah, and then he gets all sorts of extra. You get bonuses when you hit 4th level, which he does get because 5th level equivalent. So here we go. Size medium. Speed is 40 feet. 50 feet for the horses. That's pretty cool. Sorry. Okay, so... Ooh, AC of +2, natural armor, 2 hooves, and... combat trained. So, okay, I'm gonna put that down as a note. So, this horse can fight, which is pretty cool. So 2 hoof attacks, of a D3 each. Alright, D3 plus the strength bonus. Okay, so why don't we go strength? Let's start with the statistics. Dexterity, Constitution. Yeah, so write all those down and then figure out what bonuses you get for being a 5th level. That's how we'll play it. Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma. Yeah, I mean, cool. So 13, but 4th level, so 15. So 15. Dex is same, so 13. Con is +2, so that's 12. 14. Intelligence is 2. That's okay. Wisdom is 11. Charisma is 4. Okay, and also gets a strength and dex bonus, so 5th. Base attack bonus, 5 hit die. 1 skills, feats, natural armor bonus +2. Strength dex is +1. So 16 strength and 14 dex. Yeah, 16 strength and 14 dex. He's moving up in the world. I could go Snowdrop, but Snowdrop was the name of a pony in another campaign who's kind of... Poor creature's been dragged around. Basically, it gets tied to the back of the wagon and just kind of gets dragged along because they don't know what else to do with the... do with him, so he gets... no, do with her. She's found that version of Snowdrop, but you can give 2 horses the same name, right? So her name could be... His name could be straight up like her name was, but she poor Snowdrop, gets dragged around a lot. Okay, so strength is 16 is a +3. So it's a +2 on the dex. Useful. +2 con. That's excellent for hit points. Oh yeah, we have to roll for hit points for the pony. Intelligence 2 is if 8 is -1, then 6 is -2, then 4 is -3, then 2 is -4. Yeah. Okay, Wisdom is 11, that's 0, and Charisma is 4. Hang on. It's only -3. Oh. Okay, not particularly charismatic, but that's okay. Horse doesn't need to be. Alright, D3 +3 for the kicking time. Two hoofs. D3 +2. Okay, so 5th level has evasion. She's got evasion, or he's got evasion. Sorry, he's got evasion. He's got evasion. That's pretty cool. So they both make their throw. Well, I guess if you're on horseback and there's a area of effect spell, I think it's the horse's saving throw that counts, right? If they have evasion, you're riding. I think their saving throw, not yours, counts. But maybe we'll see. Okay, hang on. Unless you jump off. So I think you'd either have to choose to use theirs or jump off and be dismounted for the next turn. Yeah, that's how I would roll that. Either you can use the horse's saving throw, or dismount and then use your own, but and if you fail, you still are dismounted and also damaged, because yeah. Okay, so 5 D8. Okay, so it's D8 as hit point. Speech animal means D8s. Okay, so I roll the. Yeah, we're gonna roll 5d8 for this. All right, I'm gonna move this out to make room for. So 5d8. So theory. I use the same theory for hit points for creatures, which is that the first hit point is full, and is to say starts off with 8 full 8 plus con. Yeah, no, those can stay. Yeah, you start off with a full 8 plus con worth of hit points for an animal companion, and then that's a d12, that's a d20. Okay. Yeah, you start off with a full-on 8 plus con, and then you gain. Oh, that's 2. Hang on. Yeah, you start off with a full 8 plus con, and then you. Okay. That's you can stay in Dice Strike because I like you. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, basically, we got 2 d8s here. Let's grab my big old bag of die, and I'll show it off, because every time, I never waste an opportunity to show this off, because it's super cool. But, like, just look at this. Alright? Just look. Is that not super cool? Sorry, that's a bad view, but, like, that's my horde. Oh, this is part A of my horde, I should say. There's others, but... Oh, right. Now I need to pull some d8s out. I like the green ones. That one. And this one is part of the first set I ever bought for myself. So that's fun. The ones are nice. I like both. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hang on. One goes back because it's 5d8 and 5d8, but the first one is, so hit points is, actually, you could learn armor proficiency and you could have a horse with chainmail, which is a lot less stupid sounding than a snake with chainmail, which I had because gain proficiency in medium armor, and I was like, alright, go for it, have chainmail. Live your best life. Okay, so con is +2. So it's 8 plus 2 is 10. So it's 10 plus 8. So 18. Plus whatever we roll on these 4d8. Okay, here. I'll move these. Okay, I'll move. Yeah, sorry. I'm going to tweak it. Yeah, there we go. Better. Okay. Better view. Okay, so we're going to take these 4d8s. I'm going to roll them. Add them together. Then we're going to add 18. Then we're going to... That'll be... how many hit points we got? Unless toughness is a feat, in which case we'll add more. But let's start with these. Ready? And I still need a name for this horse. Or pony, rather. That's an 8. 6 plus 6 is 12. Plus 8 is 27. So 27 plus 18 is... Math time. Here, 27 plus 18 is... That's 37 plus 8, which is 45. Okay. 45. I can do math. And AC of 10 plus dex is 12, and then another plus 2 on a natural armor, plus another plus 2 is 4, so that's plus 4. Plus dex is 2, 5, 6, that's 16. Alright. These two go back in my dice bag. Wait, this one, that's the d8s, right? Yeah. Alright. And when these two go back 8 side up, Sorry, I'm putting out my dice back. So, 45, not bad roll. I like to make at least one roll per night, because I think, you know. Anyhow. Thank you all for coming to the stream. I really appreciate it when people pop by. Need to figure out a more... because tomorrow I'm definitely not going to stream. I don't want to stream too late, because if I stream early in the I want to stream sometime post Blue Box stream, because I don't want to stream over Blue Box. I would never do that. I try not to stream over anyone really cool. Oh, hi! Welcome! You're always welcome to lurk. Yeah, no, writing, I've been trying to get writing done too, so I understand that. There's a fiction challenge, writing a story about a locket in a dystopian future, and I actually came up with a really good idea, so I'm trying to do that, but that and the drug dealing orcs, which is the story I promised I'd write for a friend. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. Hang out. You're always welcome. And I'm working on Animal Companion for Ho-Fi right now. A pony. I need a name for the pony, if you happen to be good with names. Yeah. So, we are... yeah, because I gave him a sickle and a light pick, dual wielding. That's his vibe. It's actually a pretty cool setup. And this pony, I don't know what color he is either. But he has a 45 hit points and 16 AC, and also gets... Alright, so base attack bonus is another fortitude, reflex, and will. Base attack bonus is +3. Okay. So that's not bad. Okay, is +4 for okay, +4 plus con, so that's +6 altogether, because it's +2 con. Reflex is +4, but plus dex, which is also +2, so another +6. And will is based on wisdom, which isn't great, but not terrible, so let's see. +1. Yeah, animal companions don't have great will saves. Okay, +1, and so yeah, just +1. Yeah, animal companions tend to have meh will saves, but that's okay. Charisma, fortitude, reflex, will. Okay. Feats, and skills as well. Like, yeah, animal companions get feats and skills. So skills is 5, and feats is 3. So skills and feats. So, and 5 altogether. So, we can put them all in the same, okay, let's see, animal feats and skills. Have ranks in any of the following skills. The ones that are starred are class skills. Intelligence Fear, I can put ranks in any skill. Oh, and ability score increase at 4th. And evasion. Oh, yes, I should put down that he has evasion. Okay. Can animal companions select from the following feats? Improved lightning reflexes. Yes, okay. Can take lightning reflexes, which is useful if you want. Well, okay. Let me get 3 feats. Let's start with skills. Fly, I don't think anyone's flying anytime soon, because no one has that skill. Intimidate, okay, perception's a good one, is stealth. Yeah, freaking stealth. You know what? We're going with stealth. Well, I mean, we can do stealth and... Oh, sorry. Chin is itchy. Okay. And perception... Maybe perception and then... Escape artist. Stealth, perception. Escape artist is not a bad one, but... Nah, he's got his boy to rescue him, his gnomish boy. Okay, And no, he doesn't need to know how to swim. I'm gonna say he gets a 1. Perception is a. Stealth is also a. Okay, so 4 stealth and 1 perception. Yeah, so then +3 in both of those. And a stealth is dex, it's +2. So 4, 9. So he's a +9 stealth bonus, which is not bad at all. This is a sneaky horse. Or pony, rather. Sneaky little pony. Just kind of clops around very, very quietly. Sorry. Perception is wisdom, so that's nothing. But that's +4 perception, so he might notice some stuff. Okay, feats. Armor proficiency. Athletic, which just gives him random extra bonus on as needed. Iron Will, lightning reflexes, mobility, dodge. Dodge just gives you an extra +1 to AC, but also lets you have mobility, so you can run, attack, and run, which is really useful. So what we're gonna do, it's part of the skill tree, so I think it's the one right after. Okay. Yeah. So let me just look at something real quick. Mobility, you just have to have dodge. And you have to have a dex at least 14. Yep, we're good. Okay. Oh, and plus a +1 in any given skill. That's... I'm gonna go with wisdom. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do wisdom for the ability score increase. So that gives that a +1, which brings the will save up to +2, which is useful. Okay. Skill, stealth, perception. Okay. Yeah, let's go with dodge and mobility, and then lightning. Ooh, combat reflexes. That's a good one, because then you just get extra attacks of opportunity. Pretty decent. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do combat reflexes. Extra attacks of opportunity, which are always... Yeah, combat... Dodge, mobility, and combat reflexes. This horse is set to move around the battlefield and kick people and just be... And is considered combat trained, so that's pretty cool. I think that's it. Special, evasion... Oh, share spells. Yeah. They get approved evasion at 15th level, but... Share spells. So, oh, and then, hang on. What does Link do? Let me just check something. Plus, handle animal. Alright, so we'll put, +4 with the horse. Okay, so handle animal, +4 on his horse, his pony. Small but mighty, this pony. Gnome-sized, if you will. Okay. Let's see. Sharing spells just means that he can get any horse, any spells that have the range of self. Druid or ranger can also cast on their animal companion, which is a very useful thing. It's 10:30. Alright. So I think that's... Let's see, bonus tricks. How many tricks? 2 tricks. Go to the handle animal. Let's see what we got over here. What kind of tricks could learn? I'm not necessarily big on putting tricks, specifying what tricks they know, but if Let's see if it's 2. Oh, okay. So it can come when called. Or back down. Combat training. Animal trained bear rider into combat knows tricks attack, calm, defend, and guard and heal. Training animals for combat takes 6 weeks. You must upgrade an animal trained for riding to one trained for combat by spending 3 weeks making successful DC 20 animal handleable check. New general purpose tricks replace the animal's previous purpose, and any tricks that once new. Many horses and riding dogs are trained in this way. Okay, so it knows. Okay, so it basically can come when called, back down. Defend. So it just kind of kicks around and keeps an eye on whoever he says and attack. Okay, yeah. So it basically just knows how to fight when it comes down to it. I think that's pretty good. Basic knowledge of what a battle pony who also needs a name. Bruiser. His name is Bruiser. I think that's just a really cute. Okay, Bruiser. And that's his name. I'll underline it. And what? How to spell? What does he look like? A black horse with like tan-colored splotches. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good pattern for a horse. Okay. I think we can do that. I think that's it. Yeah, alright, so that's a level 11 character. I'm gonna roll something very quickly. I'm gonna roll up one more rogue in the gallery of, well, okay. I'm gonna roll up another rogue in his, what's the term? Claude's, coterie. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll up one more of Claude's gang. That's what we're gonna play at. So we're gonna roll up one more of Claude's gang, and then we're gonna, his top tier lieutenants, if you will. Well, one of those. And then, after that, I'm gonna start on this today, probably finish her up, finish her up tomorrow, and then, in a stream, probably starting at 7? Alright, I'm gonna write that down, so I don't forget. Okay, 7 p.m. I don't think I'm streaming over anybody. Wait, let me check one thing very quickly. Because I don't want to stream over, Jay. If I can check Jay's schedule. My plan on that front is... No. Sponsoring, yes, this one. Machiki, okay. That's... Hang on. Give me a sec to look at something. Schedule, here we go. I should post a schedule. I'm pretty sure. Give me a sec. 7:30. Okay, so if Jay's gonna stream at 7:30, and I do appreciate Jay, I think what I like to do is kind of go into Jay. That's actually a really good way to stream, because then I know what I'm getting into when I start to stream, and then we can do. So yeah, I'm gonna start streaming at 6 Eastern. Yeah, that's how we're gonna play this. Tomorrow I'm gonna start streaming at 6 Eastern, and then I'm gonna figure out. Starting Monday, I'm gonna do a temporary schedule that I will then adjust when I'm gonna schedule out the whole week and post it. It's gonna be like a thing. I mean, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna, because I need to do better at that. So what we're gonna do is 6 p.m. tomorrow, I'm gonna start on here, and then we're gonna raid into Jay, and then we're gonna figure out the whole, probably not streaming on Monday, actually. Yeah, so I'll write out the whole schedule, and actually I think I can figure out how to post it on Twitch. We will learn how to do that. Yeah, this is gonna be nope, not in there. Oh, schedule, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put a schedule. Yeah, we're gonna do Pathfinder. Yeah, we're learning as we go with this. So I'm gonna say 6 p.m. I'm gonna do it for an hour and a half and 30 minutes. Okay, so it basically I have to put it in as yeah, I have to put it in as. Alright, we're gonna start with that. And then oh hey. Alright, well, we can delete it afterward if needed. No streams on Monday, and then I'll figure out the rest of the schedule later. So let's go to here. So my grand plan is, yeah, okay. And I'm gonna start by rolling up just a few things. I'm gonna start by putting up my charts and rolling a few things. So it's a D8. It's this one. I'm gonna go with 1. A human. Interesting. I'm gonna go with human, and I'm gonna say female. And I'm gonna roll, and if we end up with a lesbian, we'll, yeah, actually, no. I'm not even gonna do that. We're gonna roll on the gender. This is how we're gonna play this. We're gonna roll on percentile dice, and I'm gonna check my chart. And chart 1. Here we go. That chart. Right, so I'm gonna roll here. 56. Okay, that puts her as straight. I'm gonna say feminine. I'm not gonna roll for. Here, I'll show you the 56s here. I'm not gonna roll for anything else, because I am rolling her up as straight woman. Cis, yeah, basic. But there's a reason for that. So if I roll her up as this, I'm gonna roll her up as Hofi's girlfriend. I'm actually rolling them up specifically for this purpose. So yeah, she's his girlfriend, and she is a human, and I'm gonna roll a d20. Okay, put this back down. I'm going to roll a d12 on level just because he's 11. So it would actually make sense for her to roll a d12. It gives us good range. And then we'll see how that... 6. Okay. Straight woman, human, level 6. Alright. So, I'm going to write down the... Yeah, 6th level characters don't have as many, dexterity, constitution. Yeah. So, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Okay, that's how we're gonna play it. I'm gonna roll for all of that next time. Figure out maybe a multi-class. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna have this whole. We're gonna give my girlfriend because yeah, we'll give her a deal, and then she can have. So tomorrow I'm gonna do work on her, and then on Tuesday I'm gonna do another Rogue Trader on Tuesday, I think. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a Rogue Trader on Wednesday. I'm gonna work up the schedule and post it. Like, it's gonna be a whole thing. I'm gonna try to do that, and then we'll change it when I get a work schedule, I guess. But for now, because then I think that'd be good. So what we're gonna do is do that. Tomorrow we're gonna work on this, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I will see you all either tomorrow or later, depending on, if you guys can make the stream. If you can't make the stream, there'll be more streams later in the week. Not a Monday, but a Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be around, and I really hope to see you at later streams, but no pressure. Alright, see you guys. Bye-bye.